Hello, and welcome back to Slyly playing Minecraft Basalt Deltas. Um, I come to you here in creative mode. Well, honestly, I hope you'd have figured that out without me telling you. But yeah, I am in the creative mode version of this world, and I've been doing a little bit of work. Essentially, I want bones. I experimented with trying to get wither roses, but getting a wither rose farm in this world is sketchy. So instead, I came up with this, which, well, it works. That's about all I can say about it. Obviously, I haven't spawn proofed everything around the area, so these drops may not be accurate to a final product. But I may as well show you guys what I got and what the plans from here on out will be. So here we go. Massive spawn area. The blaze spawner doesn't need to be there. I didn't have the guts to destroy it. Bunch of spawn areas. I have these designs to prevent magma cubes from spawning, but frankly they may not be a final product. We'll have to see. And everything else is dedicated to getting skeletons, which spawn rarely, but you can see them over there. Uh and walking off. They think that these are blocks they can walk on, falling off into the water, which will push them down. Ooh, that was a bunch of lag. Why? Huh. Push them down here and into this lava blade here. I am seriously getting a ton of lag. That's new. It's probably because of the stuff I have open on my computer. Um, Lava resistant mobs fall down. Oh, perfect. We got to see a skeleton dying there. That's amazing. But lava resistant mobs fall down and they get pushed by the lava blade instead of burned by it. And they drop into the abyss. So you might be wondering why not farm these guys as well? And frankly, I kind of asked myself the same question. I'm thinking I will convert this bit into a drop farm. So, oh, that's interesting. The skeletons can die and push their bones off. I imagine that doesn't happen very often, but I might have to take that into consideration later. But if we look, not sure how I got a gold nugget in there. Feather, I actually know. I assume a baby pigman spawned on a chicken and ended up down here. But as you can see, the mobs that come down here are pretty decent. It's just that skeletons don't spawn very often at all. I think it's like a tenth of every wither skeleton will actually be a normal skeleton. So I get about one bone every 2 minutes, I think. Don't be fooled by the drops I've been getting here. That's not as common as you'd think. Actually, I should go in. I have this entire little waiting area over here. Yep, here we go. So I could just wait here for all the mobs to drop. I should be well within range for them to spawn. Now, you might be wondering why I made it so that the water... yes, of course. It was dark in here, so I used night vision potion to brighten it up. You might be wondering why the water is as close to each other. Normally with a farm like this, you'd have it so that it pushes, and then there'd be like a block of airspace here with like signs or fence gates or whatever. And then there'd be more water like a block away. This prevents you from like a staircase design where everything goes down. It's assumed that mobs will walk the extra block into the new water stream and just continue going. The reason I didn't do that was because of blazes. Blazes would go in the water, get to the one block of air, right? And then instead of moving one extra block, they would just stop because blazes are hydrophobic. they will in fact just stay there forever and continuously ruin my spawn rates. So I had to go with this overcomplicated design. Nothing I can do about that. But thankfully, you're going to be my test subject. Thankfully, when they ever decide to walk off, they get harmed by water, so the little jerks pay for their sins. Yep, yep. So you can see, he's like really fighting to go into this water stream here. And on the off chance they do make it all the way here, that's fine. They'll eventually get pushed off. That's kind of the main reason I've been debating the drop system bit, was because the blazes might just stay down there forever. But I think I can get around that. And yeah, that's the farm. This is going to be the goal for the next while. And obviously it's going to be a massive project. And keep in mind, I haven't even carpeted or half slabbed everything. So these drops aren't final. And if I get the drop system for Wither Skeleton set up, then that multiplies my output by like 10. So it goes from a bone every 2 minutes to, what, 5 bones a minute? Yeah, that sounds about right. Which would be pretty good. Okay, so with that out of the way, I will meet you guys back in the normal world. I'm not going to even progress through this much once we start, because I have to spawn proof a fortress before I can even really begin. Otherwise, I will just get murdered constantly while there. But I will meet you back in the normal world, and we can get started on prep at least, and maybe go about doing a few other things as well. So in my test, I used the fortress all the way back at the beginning of the area, where I spawned. Hi, how did you get in here? Huh. So there's a way on that side for them to jump in. Interesting. But yeah, I used the fortress that was at the spawn area. That's probably not what I'm going to do here. I think I'm going to use the fortress that's right over there. You can actually kind of see it from here. Yeah, there. I'm going to use that fortress because if my base is here, then hopefully I can get them to spawn and drop at least a little bit. I nearly stabbed him. Spawn and drop a little bit while I'm doing other stuff. So let's just... I should have made stairs, but I'm not going to do this on camera, really. I might show you guys highlights. So, like, I'll keep the camera running, but you guys are just going to see the abridged version, I feel. There's really no need for you guys to see this a whole bunch. Also, I definitely don't have the materials needed to do this for the entire fortress right now. So, yeah. It would not make very much sense to have you guys with me through this whole ordeal. But hopefully I'll be able to show you guys the end product here shortly. Shortly on your end. It will not be short. Alright, I'm back. It's been a while, but I have been a little busy, as you can see. Okay, I guess I'm not going that way. I made half slabs with everything and anything I could find. Oh. Okay, I missed a few squares, but for the most part, this entire area is a no spawn zone. I got the roof up there. Okay, I missed a few more here. They're like 3 spaces every now and then. Won't kill me. Especially if they're in short areas like that. Covered the entire roof here. Covered the entire interior. I did not get the bridges in the distance, but I figure that's fine. These can still spawn blazes, but it's daytime right now, so that's not going to happen. So now that I've made everything safe, I can actually operate here and build here. And my first act of business will be to bring everything down to a bridge level. And I'm thinking about this bridge right here. I could bring everything down to that one, but that seems unnecessary. Oh, I might want to do that anyways. Well, I'll figure it out as I go. But yeah, the plan now is just level everything out. And then the stuff that's like in between structures here, like this gap, I'm going to fill that in with half slabbed area. So it'll be traversable. And the reason for that is the spawning area of a fortress is really weird. It's like its own mini biome, but it doesn't show up as a biome. Like you can see, biome is basalt deltas, but fortress is its own biome. And the spawning areas of like wither skeletons and blazes, they're based on that spawning area. That's a problem because I don't know where the spawning area is. Now, you download a mod that shows you the boxes. It's like, it's really weird how these boxes work. They extend a lot further than you'd think, but basically they just have squares with a set height and a set depth, set width, and that is the area in which these things can spawn. Since I don't want to download the mod, I already kind of cheesed a little bit with the beginning of the series with the X-ray just to, find an appropriate map. I don't want to cheese it by, downloading another mod and going, okay, this is exactly where things can spawn. So I'm going to eyeball it by, as I said, building across established areas. From what I could tell from the YouTube videos I watched, it seemed like there wouldn't ever be like gaps where there'd be two bridges and then there'd be a no spawn area between those bridges or something like that. So if I just connect everything into one big congealed floor, it should work out to something like an appropriate spawn area. Maybe a bit smaller than I could make it, but that should be fine. And like here, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to just build straight across to that bridge. And that should be fine. But that's a little bit in the future now. So let's get cracking, I suppose. Gonna tear down this fortress brick by brick. And I tell you what, I'm gonna have a lot of resources by the end of it, I guess. If you count fortress blocks as resources, which honestly I do. Alright. You know what? Before I start tearing stuff down, I gotta say, there's something calm about being in this world and being relatively unharassed. It's a nice feeling. I kind of forgot what it's like to just be playing in a normal map with, a forest that's lit in the daytime, and you don't have to worry about skeletons or zombies attacking you, Imagine if you played a Minecraft world and it was always night. That's a lot like what playing this world is. And now it's nighttime, and that doesn't matter. I'm still safe. It's as if this entire place is lit by torches, right? In any case, I'll get back to you once I've made progress demolishing everything and anything. Oh, I didn't half slab like an entire half of that roof. Oh well. What are you doing here, friend? I don't know, for some reason I thought pillagers couldn't spawn. That's 3 hearts. I was just double checking to see if I had name tags. If I did, I'd keep one of these guys. But, unfortunately, you came all this way for the slaughter, I guess. Was that it? Just the 2 of you? I don't hear anymore, and I don't see anymore in the bottom right text box. That's a shame. If I had gotten a banner, I'd have kept it. Okay, so I ran out of cobblestone, and instead of going to mine more, I decided to skyblock it, right? Make myself a cobblestone generator. It's, I wouldn't have even showed this on camera. I wouldn't have thought it anything special. But I had that water source too close, and I had a lava block right there, and it turned into obsidian. Happens every time anyone ever tries to make one of these cobblestone generators, right? So I'm sitting here. I'm mining it for, I don't know, the 90 seconds it takes with a stone pick to break it. And quite literally, the second it breaks, something hits me in the back and pushes me in. A tiny slime had spent 90 seconds, I guess, chasing me down this hole. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at all of the ones who spawned up here. Spent 90 seconds chasing me down here, crossing 2 sources of water to hit me in there. And then cobblestone formed behind me. I wish I'd had it on camera. I wasn't going to film making a friggin' cobblestone generator. And even then, nice anecdote, but why am I telling you this? I don't have my bucket anymore. Oh my god. So, one tiny magma cube, the smallest little bugger, cost me my bucket. Now I gotta go farm gold to go farm iron to get my bucket back. You guys aggravate me. All the time I'm running. No. So, this is going to be a fun detour. I should really get back to work spawn-proofing my base, but I haven't been here that much while working on leveling that fortress, so I was like, oh, it doesn't matter that much. I'll get around to it. Well, that just goes to show me, huh? Okay, well. Off to get my bucket again, I guess. Never again. Never again. Never again. Never again. Okay. Never again will I be lacking gold and thus lacking iron to make a friggin' bucket. Ow. Well, that's rude. So I've reconfigured my... Oh, okay, let's not do that. I've reconfigured my gold farm here so that it's AFK. It is completely AFK. There's no turtles, no turtle eggs, no nothing. This is a redstoneless pigman AFK farm. It's very simple. As long as there is one hostile pigman, any pigman that spawn in will also be hostile towards you. So there's this ledge here that keeps them there. They're pushed into the pit by having other pigmen just jump in and push them out. But it guarantees there will always be a pigman right there on that ledge, always angry at me. I can even go down into the sorting system without them despawning, come back up, they'll still be angry at me. More pigmen will spawn in, it'll all begin again, but I can just AFK there if I want. Unfortunately, I don't have a sorting system. I tried to do stuff here. It was a bad idea. Yeah, there's no way to sort stuff. There's no way to get rid of the swords and rotten flesh. It's just not within my capabilities since I don't have redstone. But I can always just put more inventory space down there and then sort through on occasion. A ghast led to me getting killed. I need to ghast proof this. But yeah, if I come back up here, these guys are still angry at me. All the guys who just spawned in the distance, they'll come here. And here we go. It is now going faster than pigmen are spawning in. So what I'm going to want to do is add more rims of magma blocks. Up the spawn rate a little bit. But other than that, yeah, I have an AFK gold farm. I'll be running this constantly because this is my source of iron right here. You may have noticed in the flash cuts I just did that I had a stack in 40 of golden blocks so I could get iron. That took me far longer than I would have liked. And it turns out I only needed 40 of the stack in 40 to get the iron I needed for the hoppers down there. Otherwise, this AFK farm would have I would have had to go down there every 5 minutes to gather gold. Which, I mean, I guess that would have worked, but man, would that have been a pain. Yeah, see, it's this right here where, like, the farm has throttled itself. It's gone too fast. Isn't that the opposite of throttling? Whatever. Point is, it's gone too fast. The pigmen take too long to spawn in. I need to make another ring. And gas proof the area. But, you know, now that I have reliable gold and reliable iron, I can get quick and easy. It shouldn't be... I also... almost just fell into a pit there. Okay, I do still have half slabs. Also need to make this so that I can back up a little bit. Because this is sketchy right here. Yeah. Now I can stand down here and they don't get to hit me. It's awesome. Okay. Let's fix this too. At least a little bit. Come on. And then we have stairs. No. Come on. What's that? I don't know why I thought that would work. Okay, I'll put another stair here. This looks so bad. But I think now that I have an AFK gold farm, which means I can get reliable iron, it's going to be time to start gentrifying everything here pretty soon. I'd like renewable wood too, but that bone meal farm is so far off in the distance that it's pretty ridiculous. So I might just have to start gentrifying everything here soon regardless. Okay. While AFKing at this farm, I left to go get a drink, and when I came back, I heard gas fireballs. It was too late. Ghast had blown me up, along with a little bit of the flooring there, but that didn't matter so much. But I did realize that since I dropped myself a block lower, it gave a perfect line of sight for Ghasts to shoot at me if they were right about there. So I went ahead and covered everything up. Those are all half slabs. Those are all magma blocks. Nothing else should be able to spawn. Like, I think magma cubes could can they spawn? I don't think magma cubes can spawn on magma blocks, so maybe never mind that. But yeah, ghasts were spawning on the magma blocks despite what the wiki was saying was possible. And they were shooting me constantly. So hopefully that half slab there will prevent that from happening. There's only 2 blocks there of height. They shouldn't be able to spawn in that. It's kind of unfortunate. The next update is bumping up the height limit, right? But I don't know if that's taking place in another as well. You know, increasing the bill limit. I think it must. Piglin retreats? Piglin? You're a piglin! What are you doing here, pal? Where did you... Oh, that is a spawnable area. I'm dumb. It never occurred to me that a piglin would spawn there. Well, I'm not going to anger anyone by murdering you. Okay, let's go ahead and half slab that up. That shouldn't affect anything, I would hope. I don't want to bring it down. I'm cutting it really close with the height needed to kill. But that should be fine. Like, the pigmen could jump back up if they wanted to, but they won't. They're aggroed to me, and this is the only way towards me. But yeah, the height. With the Caves and Cliffs update, the height would be increased, and if that happens in another, I'd really like to not need this half slab roof. I would like to replace it with magma blocks, because then I could get more spawns and it would be up above instead of down below. The further I have to build these rings down, the more I have to move the entire storage system down as well. So I'd prefer to have like 1 above and 1 below, so they all meet in the middle. Maybe 2 above, 2 below, but the point is I wouldn't want 4 below, right? Because then they'd be getting dangerously close to not spawning. They'd have to walk all the way up to the top to get here, so on and so forth. So I was kind of hoping to put this off until the update came around, but when that ghast killed me, that was a no-go. So if you don't mind, I'm going to get back to AFKing. Alright, come to Poppy. Well, I checked to see how much footage I have, and I think that's going to be it for this episode. I'm sorry it took so long to get this out. Something like 3 weeks, nearly a month. Yeah, it's actually closer to 4 weeks, isn't it? Yeah, nearly a month. I can't say I'm surprised. Although it was a bit sad. As much as I like Lobotomy Corporation, I wanted to be consistent with this. I think like 2 of my 5 subscribers are here for the Minecraft content. It's pretty evenly split, all things considered. Oh, I feel sad just saying that number. But point is, you know, I had to make the farm for the bone meal, and then I made a decent amount of progress actually making it. Then I had to grind a bunch of gold, and you saw how many levels I had. It was like 150 or something like that from hitting pigman kneecaps. In fact, where are Statistics. Mobs. Oglin. Zombified. Okay, so I've only killed 15,800 zombified piglins. Compare that to magma cubes. The things that spawn everywhere, I've only killed like 4,000 of them. These are some ridiculous numbers, by the way. Okay. Well, so yeah, I grinded a bunch of gold. I improved the gold farm so it's AFK. I did a lot. And I'm sorry the episode took so long because of it, but I'm at a point where I kind of have to do these long projects. There aren't really any short projects I can do without getting bone meal. But with that out of the way, I hope you guys liked this episode. It was a little bit more technical than it usually is. A little bit more building. He had flame. Oh, don't tell me this will kill me. Okay. Oh, well, that was fun. But yeah, it was a little bit more technical. I got a little bit more building in the episode done, which is saying something. I usually build a lot anyways. And I hope you guys like this episode. Hopefully the next one comes out a little sooner. But in any case, see you next time. Bye-bye.